All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Podrace. Today, we're going to talk about a few different things. We have trilogy debate. We're going to do each our top 10 favorite trilogies of all time. Not necessarily the best, but our favorites. And then before that, there was some stuff about Spider-Man. We just got a Superman picture that dropped, so we'll just talk about a bunch of that stuff that's come out. Um, I'll let you start off with this stuff because I think you have probably more to say than I do.
Yeah, so there's CinemaCon this week, so basically just all the major studios hosting panels for movie theater owners, showcasing what they're bringing this year and for the next year or so. And Sony had theirs yesterday, and obviously Spider-Man Brand New Day is like their biggest release coming up in the next few months. So we can talk about the scene they showed real quick, and then we can get into the posters.
They showed a
Um,
scene.
Yeah, so they showed a clip of so it's Peter in the bodega. They kind of showed it in the trailer. You talked about it, saying you really liked kind of Tom Holland's body language in the scene. It's when Ned walks in and Tom's
Oh,
kind of glances
yeah.
at him. So basically, in that scene, Peter's eating at the bodega, and Ned walks in to grab beer for their party that they kept showing in the trailer. And
Gotcha.
basically,
Okay.
basically Peter follows him into the party, stalks him into the apartment, and
Oh,
someone
so
just
that's
hands
how he
him.
ends up?
Yeah,
And
yeah. Someone just follows him there. He just follows Ned there, and someone hands him like a red Solo cup, I guess. No one knows who it is. And then it gets into the scene where Peter finds the mural or wall of Spider-Man, all the Spider-Man pictures, and they're kind of. It shows that Ned's trying to track down who it is, and he has a spider tracker where he
yeah.
monitors the whereabouts. And I mean, you didn't even know this. Can you take a guess who they have Ned's two candidates are for Spider-Man? Just
His two candidates for
yeah,
Spider-Man?
like his two subjects for who he thinks Spider-Man is. I can tell you it's
Not
not Peter.
I
So
was going to say
he
is
has
one of
two
them.
people
Well, I'm
from
trying to think of who do I are they in the past movies?
yeah.
Is
It's
one of
people
them
we've seen throughout the
is one of them Flash?
yeah. So Flash is one of
Okay.
them.
Because I didn't see this. I don't know.
The other one is so stupid, bro. Like it actually kind of annoys me.
It's not like Banner, is it? No, he knows he's the Hulk. No.
No,
Yeah, I don't know who would it. I don't know.
it's Mr. Harrington, bro, the teacher,
Oh,
the
okay.
nerdy. I don't. I
Yeah, I
understand
don't
it's
know. That's
probably
kind of
like meant for like obviously a funny scene and a joke, but like, come on.
yeah, it's kind of
Out
dumb.
of all people, you
The
think it's
the Flash
Mr.
thing's a little bit
Harrington?
more interesting, but I mean, wouldn't Flash would still be like a big Spider-Man fan, right? Like,
Yeah, but that could just be like a cover up. I mean, why
yeah, I
not?
guess it could be.
I
Yeah.
think Flash makes sense. They could have just like I forget the guy's name from Far From Home, the guy who was competing for MJ.
Oh, uh, on the plane, he sits with her on the plane and stuff, and
Yeah. And
yeah,
he find yeah.
not Paul, right? Or is that? No, that's not his name.
No, I don't know.
No,
I don't remember his name,
I forget his name.
so yeah, he thinks it's one of them, and then MJ shows up, and she talks about turning down a job from a soulless corporation, and she's waiting for something great. A lot of people think that might be like Oscorp, but Oscorp didn't exist in No Way Home yet. So unless within that 4 year gap they rose to this mega corporation
Does
that
it not
is
exist
considered
yet, or do we
soulless,
just not know that it exists?
I'm pretty sure Peter, like Tom Holland's Peter, emphasizes that like there is no Oscorp.
No Oscorp, does he? I don't remember that. Okay, I believe it. I just don't remember because I know in Andrews, I mean, it's really not
Yeah,
a
it
thing
doesn't
until
exist.
okay. Maybe
What were you saying?
I mean, it has been 4 years. Maybe it rose very quickly
I
to
mean, it
some
could
type
have.
of because in
I
Andrews
just
they don't really mention it until like the end of TASM 2 or something, right? Like it's not really a prominent thing. Oscorp,
no, doesn't isn't Gwen working at Oscorp the whole time? She works at Oscorp the whole.
is that Oscorp?
That's where she works.
Is that Oscorp? I don't remember. I
Yeah,
guess it is.
dude.
I
You
thght it was
talk
just a
about loving
different.
those movies.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
thought it was
even
just a
remember.
different firm. I don't know. Okay, but it's not like
Um,
a. Well, I guess it's because Oh yeah, you know what? Because he's like hinted at in the movie, but he's not really in it. Um, Doc Ock, right?
In
I
the
think he's in the Tasm movies. I think he's hinted at it in one of them or something like that, like very briefly.
they show the machine, like the Doc Ock tentacles and stuff,
Yeah.
when um Harry is takes the serum and he turns into
Yes.
Goblin. They show the
Yes,
all
that's
the
it.
suits in the back.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Um,
That's what I was thinking of. Okay.
so yeah, and then
Um,
basically the scene ends with MJ's new boyfriend kissing her, and Peter runs away crying. But
that's kind of funny.
it is interesting that, I mean, Ned and MJ at least remember that they Spider-Man saved them and their classmates multiple times, so
Hmm.
at least that part of Peter and them still exists. But I feel like Ned low-key knows and maybe he's hiding it. I don't know.
He probably does. I think that it leads to him becoming the Hobgoblin at some point. I feel
I
like
do
him
like the
knowing.
theory that Ned's trying to uh riz up MJ, and he's
I mean,
mad that he finds
yeah. I
out
mean,
that Peter, and that's what makes him turn into Hobgoblin.
it's not
But
bad. I mean, he is
um
friends with her all throughout college. I don't think I could
yeah, and I mean
imagine
it
he
looks
would
like they're
want to.
roommates, so
Yeah, it's definitely not
so
without a purpose. So, the two posters were pretty.
yeah,
I mean, I know
I thought the hand one was pretty cool.
the
I'll let
which
you
one.
give your opinion. The one of him
Well, I
fighting the
only.
hand.
Oh yeah, yeah. Um, there's yeah. Is that, are you referring to that one or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one's pretty cool. I thought that one looks good. The suit looks really really good in that one. Um, I don't hate this as much as you do. The one with her in it.
I don't.
Um,
So I think the suit and like the shot is great, and it mimics the Toby
you
posters,
just hate
and
her in
even
it.
yeah. I mean, we've talked about it. I know she's going to be a part of it, but like her in that poster like that just means she's going to be it's going to be the whole plot of the film. I feel like
Well, I
with
think that's
Imagery.
obvious. I think that's
I would
obvious at
have
this
rather have
point.
been Scorpion, Hulk, even. I like
I think
I
Hulk
don't
would have
know.
been cool. That was my first thought was like a Savage Hulk would have been cool, but I also don't want it spoiled, like I've said before. So I'm
Yeah,
kind of happy it's not. But as purely off of like what's the coolest, that would have been cool. Maybe it's Banner or something in the eye instead, and that would have been neat. But um, for her, I mean, it is what it is. It's obvious she's the main focal point of it, and the whole thing's about getting her back. So
it's better than it's better than like the floating head posters. And the Tom
yeah,
Holland
I like
trilogy
the
has
style
not had
better.
good posters at all. They've all I did not like
Really, I
any
think
of
the
them.
Far From Home poster is awesome. The
Which
with the
one?
cards
The
all over his face.
Okay, that one's good. But
That
I'm talking
one's
about the other ones that are just like the floating head
oh yeah,
ones.
like the yeah.
I do like the Far From Home with all like the stickers and
I
stamps and
low
stuff.
key this should be a thing for another episode, but I think that's a top 5 MCU poster. I would argue
I would have to see like
a list.
all of them.
That should be a tier ranking
And
video.
yeah, I mean, you have to go based off like the theatrical poster, whatever
Yeah.
like the main poster is, because obviously when
Hmm.
people make alternate ones, they're like way better than any of them. I think the
Yeah.
Civil War poster would be on there.
That would definitely be up there. Civil War, um,
I'm trying to even think of
First
memorable.
Avenger would be on there for me. Uh,
I'm really trying to think of
yeah, I
any
mean
like
we could save it
memorable
for another one, but I think
ones. Yeah,
Far From Home would be very high up there. I think it's as bad as that movie is. It's a beautiful poster.
yeah.
Um,
That was really it for
what
Brand New
else?
Day. They did release some of the first looks at Beyond the Spider Verse. That I can't wait for that movie. If that movie was already
Yeah.
out, it would be on my list of best trilogies, but not there yet.
Oh yeah.
So,
Okay.
Disney's on Thursday, and I don't know if they formally announced it or if it was announced at the Doomsday. I mean, they're definitely going to show something with
I
Doomsday.
think it's the 16th.
Yeah,
They
so
show right Thursday.
yeah.
Yeah. Um.
I just hope the trailers
That.
please don't do like combine all those tiny trailers together.
Nah, I don't think they'll do that. I think it'll be something of. I think I could see it being a short 30-second thing, and not like a full 2.5 minutes or 2 minutes. But even that, I'm cool with. Do you think you'll see Doom in it or no?
I was about to ask you that. I kind of don't want to see Doom yet.
I don't want to. I wouldn't mind seeing him until like last minute.
they're gonna have to market him though at some point. So,
Yeah,
but I get what you're saying.
I still think it's early. I would rather. How many months out are we? What is it? We're 8 months away. I would be
Yeah,
cool
about
not
that.
seeing him until like September. Like basically like when the End Game re-releases, I would be cool seeing him then.
If you're gonna see him, I mean, this goes without saying. At least in the suit, I don't want to see him without the mask,
I no,
especially
I
if his
agree.
face is disfigured like he
I
should
don't want to
be. Like
see.
I'd rather see that in the movie when they. I don't even want to see his face in the suit until if they get to that point and they're like, I don't know, his suit knocks falls off and Steve's like, Tony. He's
Yeah,
like,
I don't want to see his face. I don't want to see RDJ until at least like the movie release. Obviously, I would rather just see a Doom mask in all the trailer content.
yeah.
I don't want to see RDJ at all until then.
What do you think? I think they might, if they don't show a trailer, I think they might show a clip, and I think they might show Toby
In
and
okay,
to at CinemaCon to get people hyped. Be like, this
him and
is
Hugh, maybe him and Hugh together.
yeah, like that scene that's
That
been
I think
rumored
that would.
about them fighting the
Yeah,
X
I think
Men
that would
coming to
get
that
people.
universe.
I think that would get people very stoked. I could see it being something like that. No Steve, no Thor, no new Avenger type shit. Like just maybe Hugh and Toby would be kind of something they
Yeah,
do. I could see that. I'd be down for that. I think that would be a good like initial hype builder release for
I mean, I
Doomsday.
think it's not confirmed, and so I think Toby's definitely in the movie. So I
Yeah,
think you
no,
just don't because there's gonna be huge cameos in it either way. I don't think you showing Toby is gonna be the end of the world. You already showed Steve, and I think Steve is right up to that level of hype for a
I,
lot of people.
I
So
think Steve's the second biggest announcement in the movie behind RDJ. So he might even be bigger because I think he was like, nah, no, he's not. I mean, 2 years apart, but it's probably
I
just as
guess
important.
I mean, yeah, we'll see
Yeah,
how
it
they
sounds like the
fully
movie's
integrate
about
him.
Steve, honestly. So, um,
The initial thoughts of I think they had maybe like a early screening, but it's been compared to Infinity War, so
I've seen that. Apparently, it's really, really good. I've seen so. Who knows? I mean, we'll get there soon enough. Time's
yeah,
going fast, so
I'm just ready to see something other than what we got.
yeah,
Even
yeah,
if it's a 20-second clip or a 20-second trailer, I just because other than we talked about it before, other than the X Men like clip, none of them really hyped me up. Like, yeah, the Steve one was pretty cool to see, but like, I don't know, it was just him holding his kid. Like, I understand why, but
yeah. I mean
I'm not
that
sure.
that obviously gets me hype. The Thor one's really good. I thought that was the best one. I think the Thunderbolts or not Thunderbolts. The Wakanda one was whatever.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, it was cool to see like two different universes and
yeah,
franchises interact, but at the same time, what it was just like the thing saying like, "Let's go," and they're like, "All right,"
yeah. It was
and then
whatever.
Baku's king.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I don't know. I guess to wrap that up, like we'll see what they do. Hopefully something's out Thursday and it's something to talk about and get hype over. Before we started, we just sent this to the chat. The picture of Corn Sweat. You can't really see it on the camera, but picture of Corn Sweat.
Yeah, I think they started filming this week or today. I know they start
I don't know.
filming this
This
week.
this says filming on the sequel starts very soon. Do you think this is a picture from making the first one, or is this a picture on the new thing? You think
It
the
could
new
also be a
movie
picture from Supergirl.
could be that? It's
You
got
know,
to be
he has
from.
like
I
a
mean,
brief cameo in it, but he might show
yeah,
up even more at the end, like setting up a Man of Tomorrow.
yeah. Who knows? I don't. I mean, this looks good. I mean, he looks good in the suit. The suit looks good. We'll see.
I think his
I'm
suit is
excited.
great.
Yeah, I think it's a great suit. It does very. It's very good at bringing the comic accuracy thing to the big screen because some movies don't do that too well.
Yeah, I
Um.
mean with Superman, it's hard sometimes with the red trunks. A lot
Mhm.
of the times can get a little goofy, but I think James Gunn pulled it off extremely
Yeah,
well.
they did a good job. It's yeah. I mean, how do I put this? If you want, I don't know how you would do this for a Batman suit with like the trunks and stuff, because we haven't really seen that in the last 20 years at least, of like the
Yeah.
trunks for Batman. So if they could pull that off, it'd be cool, instead of like the all black Dark Knight, the Batman type thing. But like a gray and black suit would be cool if they could pull it off just like this. But this looks good, so
Yeah. All right. Do you want to go
we
through
can
your
go.
list first, or do you?
Um, let's do. Yeah, why don't we do? I'll do mine, and then we can go to
All right.
yours. Um, so
Just to
let's.
preface, like you, Nick already said it, but this is just our favorite trilogies. It's not
Yeah,
necessarily going based off what we think is like the best quality trilogy of all time, the best made. It's just I would kind of say what like rewatchability and just overall entertainment value for us.
yeah,
So
it's yeah. And then as far as like what counts, if there's
yeah,
more than three, you have. I would say you have to pick like one, two, three. So you can't pick like two, three, four in like a say there's four movies.
yeah,
You can't pick like two, three, four. You have to pick one, two, three, or four, five, six, and so on.
yeah. I
And I
think
would
what.
say
Sorry, what were you saying?
not. And I was gonna say like if say there's four, and you pick three, like you pick one, two, three. As long as like at the end of the third, the story ends, and it's not
Yeah,
like a like you couldn't pick like Avengers and then stop at Infinity War and
yeah.
go not do Endgame. Like it just wouldn't work.
Yeah, I was about to say we talked about it. And it's like if a franchise has more than three, but there's a very concise trilogy storyline condensed in those three movies, then it counts. But if it's like you said, Avengers, like I don't count. We
No,
didn't. Not that either of us would have put it on here, but like the Thor, we're not like we wouldn't count that as well. So
yeah,
all right,
did not count.
let's
All right.
let's hear what you got.
So at number, and if you disagree with anything being on here because it like doesn't count, then tell me. You might. I think you'll have a gripe with not a gripe, but two of them might come to that. We'll see. At 10, I have the first three Indiana Jones movies. I feel like
Okay.
it's a safe. I feel like it's a safe 10 for me. I do like the fourth one. I'm not obviously it doesn't count, but I think the first three are very good. We haven't talked about it on an episode yet, and I would want to. But I think they're all very safe. Like on my letterbox, I think all three of them are 3 out of 5 stars. Like they're all just very safe 7 out of 10 movies for me. Maybe a 7.5 for Temple of Doom, but or I'm sorry, Last Crusade. But they're all like 7 out of 10 movies. I don't think any of them are terrible. None of them are amazing, um, or peak, I would say. But they're fun watches. Um, and they have like an '80s charm to them too, with
Yeah.
some of the whip motions and the sounds and the shooting where you kind of like they shoot and then off screen they get shot, but you see them fall. Like there's just like an '80s charm to those movies. Um, at number 9, I put this is one of those 1 through 3 Toy Story. Um,
Okay. I mean, I think that is fine because
and go
spoiler alert, it's on mine as well, and I we can talk about it like later on with that. I think the first three you can easily like condense them into the Andy trilogy, and that
yes,
it works perfectly like that.
yeah, it and because 3 ends with ending Andy's story and then it goes to Bonnie is her name, right?
Yeah,
So I think it's fair to say that's the end of the first trilogy. And then, there's obviously a time jump and stuff, and technology comes into play. So I think those three, and I think they're all just really great movies. They're all like 8 out of 10s, maybe even better. Like Toy Story 2 is awesome. 3
I
is
think Toy Story
emotional.
2 is the best one in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I think I agree with you on that. I plan on rewatching those three soon. They're just so good. But I put them at 9 on my list. At 8, I actually took a movie out. I took a trilogy out, and I'll tell you what I did. I had Tom Holland's trilogy here, and
Okay,
I was counting it because the new one's not out. I took it out, because I don't like Far From Home. I'm not as high on Homecoming as everybody else, and while I do love No Way Home, um, or I'm sorry, I'm not as high on Homecoming. I think I said that, and then I took out this. I do like No Way Home, but I think I decided that I like the Guardians trilogy more than
okay.
this.
So
The
Guardians is at 8.
Guardians is at 8 because I like Guardians 1 a lot. It's actually my favorite of the three, and I think it's better than Homecoming. As much as I hate Guardians 2, I think it's better. I don't hate Guardians 2. As much as I don't love Guardians 2. It's better than Far From Home.
It's easily the weakest of the three, but I still think, like you said, like I think the
I don't love
characters are
it.
better in two than Far From Home, and the only thing I
Yes.
think Far From Home beats it at is that the villain is. I think Mysterio is better than Ego,
Yes. I don't like
and
Ego at all.
obviously, I mean Spider Man, like, but
Yeah.
um,
Um
even if you
and
had Tom
so
Holland, though, sorry to, but like with the fourth, the new trilogy, they've already said it is a new trilogy, so it
so it
technically
would
is
count.
like that reset too. Yeah,
Hmm.
even
Yeah.
if it came
So
out.
yeah, and the story does reset itself at the end of No Way Home. So I think it's a fair, it's a safe pick. And then Guardians 3 is Guardians 3. I don't have to talk about that. I think it's as good or better than No Way Home, just depending on what you like more. So I put Guardians at 8. At 7, I think you'll be shocked how low this is. I put the original Jurassic Park trilogy. Um,
Uh, I knew it was gonna be. I guess I don't know. I feel like you're gonna have a lot. I wouldn't put it on my list, but for you, I think what, seven?
yeah.
I think that's fine considering after the first one, while we both agree three is underrated, it's nothing gets to that level in our like.
Yeah, I think the first one is genuinely one of the greatest movies ever made. I genuinely think that. The second one, it's not great, but it's not bad. Like I think it's a fun watch every now and then, every few years. And the third one, I think, is a good horror adaptation of what Jurassic Park would be like, or Jurassic, whatever the island is.
Yeah.
So I just enjoy them. Great music, obviously. Posters are great for those movies. I think it's a solid 7, and I also love dinosaurs, so it gets itself in there for me.
Are they making
Um, yes,
another one with ScarJo like
yeah, they
that?
just announced it. Yeah,
Okay.
and it's like all the same cast returning.
I'm assuming
So
it's just going to be another trilogy.
yeah, I think it's gonna be another 2 movies. And I think it's 2028 or 9 release. I think it's 9, but we'll
I just
see.
hope it's like a little bit better than the one that came out. Like the one that came out last year wasn't terrible, but it's just like I don't know. I'm ready for them to do more.
Yeah, there could be more. It was very vanilla.
Yeah.
Um, they could do more with the characters. At number 6, I have, and I swapped 5 and 6. I went back and forth, and I landed on this being 6. I have Planet of the Apes, the reboot, amazing trilogy. The same as Indiana Jones, where all of them were 7 out of 10s. I think these are all like 8.5 out of 10s. I do think War, or what's is it War or Dawn? That's the second one. I think it's War, right? War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
That movie is the best one of the three, I think, by far. Um, and that's just an amazing movie. The villain, is it
No,
Cuba?
War's the last one.
Okay, then
Dawn's
Dawn
second. Yeah.
is the middle. Dawn in the middle. I think the villain is Cuba in that movie. Such a good villain. And so I have Planet of the Apes at 6. Caesar is a great lead. Andy Serkis is amazing in that trilogy, especially like not being on screen at all in that trilogy.
I
James Franco, I
think.
think that movie's
Yeah.
good.
I think Caesar is one of the best original protagonists in the last like 20 years in film,
Mm-hmm.
and he's an ape. Like Andy
Yeah,
Serkis, just like you already mentioned, Andy Serkis. He's just the king of motion capture and bringing translating that to the screen, showing emotion through that. It's just
yeah,
insane.
and they do a very good job. I mean, at the end of the day, these are CGI monkeys, and they do such a good job of like um, giving them
It,
personality and making them like relatable. And so I think that's they do a really good job there. Even in the third one, like the was is it Bad Ape his name, and it's played by the dad from Die Won't Be Kid,
yeah, yeah,
Steven Zahn, or is
yeah,
whatever his name is.
yeah.
Funny character, and it just like at first when I was watching that movie, I was like, this monkey looks so he just seems familiar, and then I looked up who played him, and I was like, no wonder, like it's literally him.
Yeah.
So, um, I think they do a really good job in those. At 5, I have the Dark Knight trilogy.
Okay.
Um, and I went back and forth because I think Rises is the worst of these movies and the Apes movies. Um, I would put it at the bottom
Uh,
of the 6, but I
I'd
think
probably rather watch Dark Knight Rises than Rise of the Planet of the Apes. But that's also because I mean I also just love Batman. So
okay.
just watching a Batman movie
Now
compared
to
to
be
like
fair,
the
I do
Planet of
think
the
those
Apes
two would be
origin.
I do think those two would be the bottom two, and so flip
Yeah,
flopping them is whatever.
easily.
But I just think I think Dark Knight is such a it's one of the best movies I've ever seen, and I also saw it in theaters luckily recently, so like that was a great experience. Batman Begins is great, so I have it at 5. I just think it's one of the best trilogies ever, even though if Rises is the weakest. I don't think it's bad enough to drag it down. Um, and so I have Dark Knight at 5. At number 4, see if this is okay. I have Ice Age.
I knew you were gonna fucking put this shit. Once you started laughing, I knew it was gonna be some
Yeah,
BS.
I have the first 1 through 3, and the reason I think it's acceptable is because at the end of 3 they have the baby, and then the next one's like a 15-20 year time jump, I would assume, or however long a mammoth takes to grow up, because they do live a while. Elephants, like I'm gonna say it's at least a
I'm not gonna
15.
argue with you over
Yeah,
the timeline of the Ice Age
so
movies.
I'm going Ice Age in my 4 spot.
Ice Age
I'm
over
I'll,
The Dark Knight is insane, bro.
hey, look, I didn't. It's not that it's a better trilogy. It just
I know.
I've it's for me. Um, ever since I was a kid. So those are my favorite movies. Um, and it's one of my favorite characters, obviously. Hence the last video with the blind ranking. So I got Ice Age at 4. The top 3 here, which I think the 3 left. Um,
I feel like I'm blanking on the third, but I definitely know two of the three. So let's hear
okay.
it.
Um, at number 3, I have the Star Wars prequel trilogy.
Oh, I didn't know you had
Um,
that one here.
I just love Revenge of the Sith, obviously, and I like 2 more than most people, and I think 1 is an okay watch. But they all introduce good things. They do a lot of galaxy building for that, and they continue the story, I think, really well for what George wanted to do. And we grew up on them, and so I can't like not put that on my list. And I'm also a Star Wars like nerd, no matter how bad it gets. So I have to put it at 3.
All
What?
right. I mean, I think that's your worst pick on the list so far, but it's your favorite. It's not the best. So
Yeah,
I think Revenge of the Sith does elevate it a ton. I'm very low on two. I think the writing's terrible and there's not much highlights. And I do think one's fine. Jar Jar is terrible though. I
he's
remember
terrible,
rewatching it.
but
Like
yeah,
I don't the actor didn't deserve like all the hate, and even in Last Jedi, like Rose, like the actress in it, like no one really deserves to get death threats just for playing a
yeah.
character, even if they're like the worst character ever. But man, I remember rewatching Phantom, not, the Phantom Menace recently, and Jesus Christ, dude.
It is it's a slow burn until Darth Maul at the end.
Well, not even that. I'm just talking about Jar Jar.
Oh yeah,
Like, I didn't even
it's
remember him being in it that much too. Like
he's he's in it.
yeah. So, but
But I to your other point, I think too. I know you said the writing's bad. I think if you take out the you can't just take it out. But if everything besides the cringe romance of Anakin with his weird horniness for her, I think it's a really good plot line. I think the Camino stuff, the Jango Fett, the Obi-Wan, the bounty, like all that stuff, I think is really really good.
the Camino
Um,
stuff, other than the end with Dooku, is like the best part of the movie for me.
what do you mean the end with Dooku the duel?
Yeah,
I think that's good. I think it
I
shows how
said it was
strong he
good.
is.
I
Oh,
said it was
I thought
good.
you.
I said the Camino, other than that, is the best part. Is like my favorite part of the movie.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
Yeah,
saying the
yeah, yeah.
Dooku stuff's bad at the end. Okay,
No, no,
I
no,
got
no,
you.
no. That is
Okay,
one of the highlights
okay.
of that movie.
So it's like that's my thing. Like I think like the Coruscant chase with the Zam Wessel stuff. I think that's good. The little death sticks things in the beginning is funny or fun. I think the Camino stuff is really really good. The clones, the Django stuff going to Geonosis, the chase in space, the Geonosis arena I think is good.
Oh
The
yeah, I mean
ending
yeah, that
battle is good.
yeah.
And so like I don't know, people shit on two, but like when I think back to it, like besides having to like cringe at like the Anakin and Padme stuff every now and then, it's a fun movie for me. I don't know. I don't I think it's a bit overhated, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me being a Star Wars fan. Um and then 3 speaks for itself. I don't have to really think I don't think I have to dive into 3.
Yeah, I mean
So, yeah.
three's great.
All right, 2 and 1. I think it's
Yeah,
obvious, for, at least for you.
this is where I'm curious to where you went because you said you were struggling with these two.
I'm struggling right now if I want to put this
You got
out.
it. Whatever's on there, you got to come on. Let's hear it.
All right. As I wrote it down, at number 2, I have the Captain America trilogy.
Okay.
I
And
put that at 2.
number
And
one
then
is the
one,
OG.
the OG Star Wars is number 1.
That's I mean, if you put Cap at one, I was going to be stunned.
Really?
I just can't see you not putting the
Star.
OG Star
Yeah,
Wars at one.
I think that's what it was. I'll tell you what. When I first wrote this out, I put the prequels at 1, and I was like, "What the fuck am I doing?" I was like,
Yeah,
"No, I
dude.
can't do
If you had
that."
the prequels at one, that would have been
Yeah,
terrible.
I was like, "What the fuck am I doing?" No, so I switched it around. Prequels at 3 because I have to acknowledge them. Captain America at 2 just because it's like it's just taken over for me in the last 3 years. Um, and then Star Wars OT because it's I think it's the greatest. I mean, I haven't seen Lord of the Rings, but I think it's the greatest trilogy ever made. Um, I think Empire is one of the greatest movies ever made, and New Hope's right behind it. So
I mean, I think it's one of the most influential
I
trilogies
yeah,
ever.
I think it changed cinema forever. So and people will say what they will about George Lucas, but those are 3 masterpieces, and he changed the game. And I mean, the cast. You look at that cast in the original, and I know I'm skipping over Cap here, but like the cast in the original trilogy, those are some of the biggest names ever in acting, and it's one of the most iconic like core groups of a franchise.
Well,
I mean, those are
the
some
best
of
part
the
of
most iconic characters ever, like
the best
household
part about
names.
that too is that they were all nobodies,
Yes,
and you don't
yeah,
really see that anymore at all. People are scared to, like, I will say the sequel trilogy kind of was a mix of both. Like
yeah. I mean, Adam
they were
Driver was a
relatively
name.
yeah, and I think Oscar Isaac had some
Was a name.
notability at that point,
Yeah,
but like Daisy Ridley and
and Boyega.
Boyega, yeah, they weren't really big household names. So like it's nice to see that blend there, but Disney would not you would not see this
No,
beloved
I mean,
franchise with a bunch of Joe Schmoes and average
no,
Joes
I mean,
who
look at all
lead
the
the
new
way.
stuff they've made. Mando is Pedro, and I would say Pedro was less known in 2019 than he is today, but like it's Pedro.
Yeah, but he still was in like
Um,
Game of Thrones and stuff like
yeah,
that. Like he was
yep, he was
still
still a name.
big.
You go to the new movie coming out next year, Ryan
Yeah, Ryan
Gosling.
Gosling.
Um, and so I just, the new stuff they've made with new characters, they've kind of brought in, even Acolyte, the main character in that was, I don't know his name, the guy from Squid Games.
Yeah, I'm blanking on
So
his name too.
yeah,
So
and so not that that's like a juggernaut thing where everybody knows him, but like it's a big name. Um, and so yeah, Star Wars OT at 1, Cap at 2. I don't really have much to say about Cap at 2. It's just one of my favorite characters ever. All 3 of those movies. I think Winter Soldier and Civil War are 9 out of 10s, and I think for me, First Avengers top 2 to 3 favorite movie of all time. So
yeah,
that's my
I mean,
list.
do you have anything that just missed that like? You said you took off the Tom
I
Holland
took off
trilogy,
Holland. I was thinking Sam Raimi on there, but
the Toby trilogy.
yeah, and I was thinking back to it like I like 2, but like 1's really dated for me, and I don't really enjoy 3 too much. So like I don't think it has a place on my list. Um, I was thinking Shrek, but I think it just misses as well.
Yeah,
Um,
I think Shrek. It's Shrek's not really one of those that has like that clear cut. This is the end of this story. I think
yeah,
the Shrek 1 through 4, now at 5, yeah, I think
hmm
that's kind of more of a cutoff because you're
yeah,
seeing the time jump. But also, Shrek the Third is so bad, in my opinion. That's the
yeah.
worst one.
So
So
yeah, it missed for me. And it's a shame because there's a lot of franchises with 2 movies that I really like. Home Alone, I love both of those.
dude, what
Um,
do you mean? There's like 7 of those.
yeah, but Kevin McAllister, man. TASM would have been. I mean, I know people
That
hate
would have
it,
been
but like I
crazy.
enjoy both of those. Yeah. Um, I yeah. There's a bunch of things with 2 movies that I think just could have. If another one was there, maybe it was in the conversation. But
Yeah.
I don't. That's it. Any gripes before we go to yours?
I mean, we have different opinions about the prequels. I didn't think that was going to be in your top three at like when you were like, oh, this is obvious. I knew OG and Cap were one and two in some order there.
What do you think was three?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
All
Ice Age
right.
at 4 is insane. Ice Age over
Hey,
Dark Knight is
yeah,
crazy. But that's your bread and butter, bro.
that's my bread
Ice
and
Age.
butter. All right.
All right, real quick, before I get into mine, I have a few honorable mentions that I almost put on here. It's not. It's kind of crazy not putting on here because I think it's like top five best trilogies ever made. But The Godfather, I didn't end up putting it on my list. In terms of rewatchability, just I think these other franchises and trios just have more of that rewatchability for me. Um, One that I kind of forgot about making this list, but I think it's a sleeper. The Men in Black trilogy, I really like
Yeah.
a lot. I almost put that on there, and then How to Train Your Dragon. I thought maybe that would have made. I don't know if you've seen two or three yet though.
I
So,
have not. I'm waiting for the live. I don't want to watch the animated until the live actions come out, so I'm waiting that
dude,
out
that sounds like the worst logic ever. What do you mean?
because I haven't seen the two other animateds yet. But I loved the live action one,
So
so
are you
I
gonna watch the
figured,
live action first?
yeah,
Dude, you're
that's my
insane.
plan.
That's
I
that's insane.
maybe okay. Maybe
But
I'll
I guess
review.
that's like the
Maybe I'll read.
same logic of like watching the movie before reading the book. I guess kind of.
I don't know. I mean, my thinking is I've already gone this long without seeing the animateds. I can wait until the next ones come out, unless they're like for years and years. Like, but I don't. I
That's
think
probably
they're
like a year or
like,
two away. But I figure if
yeah.
anything, you'd watch the animated one maybe like the day before. But I guess you want to be
Well,
surprised going into
yeah.
it.
I'd rather be like
So
surprised in the theater and like
that's fair.
experience it. Because like seeing the, not to hold you up, but like the live
You're
action
fine.
for the first time in the theaters was a great experience. So I would like to do that again two times with the new ones, but for another day. All right.
And then the one that just made the just missed the cut. I have it at a number 11. I do have the Toby Sam Raimi trilogy.
Okay.
I think Spider Man 2 is like a top five comic book movie ever for me. I love 3 as messy as it is, and even though one, I think one is probably, it's crazy to say the worst for me. It's still great and has a great villain and it's a great origin story.
Mm-hmm.
And Spider Man, the Raimi Spider Man and X Men really kind of set the path for the MCU and everything we have now. So,
Yeah, I would agree.
but coming in at my number 10, I have the Knives Out trilogy by Ryan Johnson that
Okay.
just had the newest release last year with Wake Up Dead Man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just love these movies. I wasn't really a big Who Done It fan, but um, Daniel Craig's Benoit Blanc is one of my favorite characters that have come out in like the last 5 years. He's great in that role. And each
Okay.
movie, I think each movie just has something that stands out about them. I think the first one with Chris Evans has the best like ensemble
Mm-hmm.
cast. I think the second one is the most entertaining, and I think the one that came out this past year had the best mystery. So each one of them have something for everybody and different themes that I think work really well. And it's also just I just very much enjoy seeing all these stars kind of come together for this one movie that's not like
Yeah.
a major blockbuster like Marvel or something. It's finding out which one of the which one of your favorite actors killed the person that
I
dies.
gotta watch
So
them because it's got Chris and Anna de Armas, and that's
yeah, and the first one, yeah,
yeah,
dude. There's a lot of, and the second one has Batista in it and
yeah,
Edward
yeah.
Norton. So there's a lot of people in
Good
these
names in
movies.
it.
Um, Number 9, I actually replaced Toby with this and moved up to number 9. The first three Pirates of the Caribbean movies, bro. I don't know.
Okay.
I just love that trilogy. I think that can counts as a trilogy because it's the story with Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley, and it wraps up at the end of that.
Okay.
And I mean, Captain Jack, Johnny Depp's performance as him was so good that they literally revolved the whole franchise around him, and he wasn't even a part of the original ride. He was just a random character put in. He got an Oscar for it. So I don't know. Those movies, I just have a lot of fun with them. I don't really even watch pirate movies other than that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not that there's a lot out there. I don't
CGI
think.
knows is really good.
Yeah, dude, the Davy Jones stuff. I think he's a great villain too, and the CGI from that compared to like we always like make fun of it, but some of the current MCU stuff, like the floating head and freaking Love and Thunder, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's just crazy seeing. how some of this stuff holds up
It's weird how that
many years.
2000s CGI was like so much better. Like, not I don't know if you have these on there, but like Transformers, like Revenge of the Sith, like some of those
I just
CGIs were
think they
just
were willing to
stellar.
put more money into it, but I also do think I think people were going to the movies more too, so they might have made more,
Yeah,
so they were
yeah.
more willing to shell out that money.
Mm-hmm.
But for number 8, I have the Andy trilogy for Toy Story. I think
Okay.
in terms of animation, for me, it's the best trilogy currently. I do think the Spider Verse trilogy is gonna beat that when that concludes next year.
Okay.
But I mean, with each of these movies, I think it's rare for you to say in a trilogy or in a franchise that the first movie is arguably the worst one, and it just shows how good Toy Story 2 is, and Toy Story 3 is right there. I think it has the
Yeah.
best emotional beats, and I think the cast of characters with Lotso and the daycare are great too.
He's the best villain
Yeah,
in
I
the
think
three.
he's better than Stinky Pete and Sid, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Um, and the Goodbye with Andy, like I remember watching that in
Mm-hmm.
third grade. I was like, damn.
You're probably crying.
I think I was more sad when they were about to die
Yeah.
by
Oh, with
the
the
compactor or
incinerator.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they got saved by
That
the
was
aliens.
yeah.
Um, I had some. I completely blanked. Oh, I rewatched the first two recently because Rihanna and I are trying to like rewatch the Pixar movies, and it's just also crazy how well the comedy holds up
Mm-hmm.
with these movies and the jokes. And you
A
kind of
lot of those
see,
old Pixar movies hold up with that.
yeah, and you kind of appreciate the comedy a little bit more when you're older and you can understand some of the jokes they were going for.
Yeah.
But I also just think Don Rickles, Mr. Potato Head, is hilarious. He's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, um, you're not gonna like this next one, but I have the Steve Rogers Captain America trilogy at 7.
I knew it was gonna be lower. I'm actually kind of shocked it's on there. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm not as high on it as you, but I think it's one of the best MCU trilogies. I think it has a nice build up through Steve and kind of his struggles with, he thought um, the government, America, was this kind of great entity, and then through time, you kind of see how he realizes it's not that. He struggles with
Yeah.
defending his friend who is a mass murderer, even though it wasn't really his fault, and the outfall from that, and just
Mm-hmm.
Steve overall just getting thrown into this world that he didn't know because he was frozen in time.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone else could play Cap. I mean,
No, he's
other
perfect.
than other than RDJ, I'd probably say Chris Evans is second in the
Best
casting in
casting.
terms of casting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Like I always see like
yeah,
the uh Jensen Ackles, is that how you say his name?
yeah.
The why am I blanking on his name? He
And
was
the boys,
fantastic. No, no, The Office and Mr. Fantastic in Multiverse of Madness. Once you say it, I'm gonna know.
John Krasinski
Yeah, John Krasinski. I don't know why
as
I was
Cap.
blanking on his name. You ever see the thing where he was
Did he
auditioning for
audition or
it?
something? Oh,
He auditioned
dude,
and he was
imagine
trying on
his
this.
scrawny ass.
His story is like he was auditioning for Cap. He was trying on the suit, and as he's putting it on, Hemsworth walks by in a Thor outfit, and he's like, "That dude's jacked. I can't do this. I can't stand next to him as
Yeah, he's
Cap."
got like a dad bod type
Yeah,
figure.
yeah. So Chris Evans, just hearing all those other names, was the best pick easily.
I do think Jensen Ackles could have been fine. I mean, Soldier Boy and the Boys is basically a ripoff of Cap, so it's
Yeah,
like, but no one would have been better than Chris
yeah,
Evans. So.
yeah.
Number 6, I have the same as you, Caesar, Planet of the Apes trilogy. I just think those movies are awesome. Matt Reeves did such a great job with them,
Yeah.
and obviously he's helming the current Batman potential trilogy. I don't even know if they'll make it to 3, but like I said, Caesar's like one of the best protagonists
Mm-hmm.
in the past 20 years. Andy Serkis is great. I also just
Yep.
think like each movie is also so tonally different in a sense, and it's like, yeah, you're rooting for Caesar and the apes in a sense, but also by the time War of the Planet of the Apes, I mean, humans are basically extinct. So, and I mean, obviously, we relate to that. We don't want the human race to
Yeah.
go extinct, and they're fighting for it. I think Woody Harrelson is awesome in the
He's
third
so good in
one,
that movie.
and then they're
Those
all
movies
he's
do such a good job of like I don't know who to root for. because it's like the
Yeah.
monkeys are like the protagonists, but I'm human, and like they're going extinct and they're being unfairly overrun. So I kind of want them to win too.
Yeah, and it's
They
like
really,
the apes are really just trying to build a civilization and kind of survive on their own. But as the humans, I mean, the disease wiped out our race, or also like turned some of us like brain dead. So
yeah,
obviously, we're gonna have some anger, animosity towards the apes as well. So
yeah,
we're not gonna just be like, all right, you can have that land over there, we'll have this land and get along. Like, and there's that fear of the disease as well. And I mean, Woody Harrelson at the end of the third one kind of comes to that disease.
yeah, and that's
So
why he dies. Yeah,
yeah,
or kills himself.
so I just and I remember when I first saw the first one, I was like, that was pretty good. But then Dawn, bro, yeah, Dawn is just
Yeah,
crazy. When you finally get
Dawn's
into the
great.
action, and it's just ape versus ape going at it.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think and all the side characters, like you said, Bad Ape, the orangutan. I can't think of the name. Not gonna lie.
Uh, I forget the
But like
gorilla
they all,
dying in that one too.
yeah, they
Um,
all have their own
his
personalities
yeah,
too, even though they're literally CGI monkeys. But you
dude, his
feel
son
for them.
dying in the first 5 minutes is crazy,
Yeah, like.
crazy.
But I still haven't seen the new one. I heard the new one was really good too.
I haven't seen
So
it. I heard
I
it's decent.
gotta.
It's like 300 years after Caesar
It's
or something.
300. I didn't know it's
I
300.
think I think it's I think it's that far. I'm not gonna look it up now, but I think it's about 300 years. I've looked it up before.
I know they're coming out with another one too. But for my
Yeah,
top five, I have the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. I do like this one more than the Captain America Steve Rogers one. I do agree with you. I don't know. Sometimes I flip flop with the first and the third one. I think I like the third one more, just because the characters are more established and I've already seen them go on this journey. So I kind of care for them more and feel for them more. And the whole Rocket story is really great. But the
yeah,
first one is right there with it too. But I think my favorite part about the Guardians trilogy is that James Gunn did such a great job building this trilogy that feels so contained in its own universe while also being in the MCU. It really,
yeah,
other than the third one and Gamora, the new Gamora, you don't need to watch any other MCU movies to understand what's going on here. Nothing really changes from the outside MCU to affect these movies. And I just think that's great for a casual viewer who just wants to see the Guardians movies and that's it. They don't have to really do their homework. You can look up a quick clip of why Gamora is this different Gamora with the Ravagers and go from there really. Yeah, you
yeah,
see Thanos in the first one and you have the hints towards it, but I mean that's about it.
yeah.
So, um so for my number 4, I have the 1930s Indiana Jones trilogy. I
The
love this
19 what?
trilogy.
Oh,
1930s. Like it's
oh.
set like
Okay,
the
okay.
yeah, these three are set in the 30s. Um I just love the Indiana Jones movies. I think they're some of the best action adventure movies ever made. I think Harrison Ford, and I know you disagree, was born like this is his best role to me. I think it's better than Han. I think he definitely likes this role more too. I
That he
think
does.
you can clearly tell through that. I
He's not
just
better as it though.
I mean I disagree, but I'm fine.
All right,
We can debate that
all
another
right.
day too. Um, but yeah, I just think the trilogy's great. I think the Last Crusade's awesome too, and I think Sean Connery as his dad is such a great
Yeah, it's a good
dynamic.
pick.
I
And
know a lot of people talk
no, go
about
ahead.
if he didn't really change anything to the first one. I don't care. Like if he wasn't in it, like I don't care.
Yeah, I've had that debate with people recently about that. It's like, I mean, it still ends up in that museum at the end, right? It's just the
Yeah,
Nazis
like
would have
they
died either
still
way.
yeah, but everything before that's still awesome. Like the whole scene with the swordsman and he just pulls it like that's one of the most iconic scenes at the time and I still think it holds up today and just
Yeah.
the shock value kind of it. But
Marion Ravenwood is a great love interest in the
yeah,
first movie.
she's
She's
way
so
better
good.
than
Any of the other picks that they
yeah,
do in
but
those
what is
movies.
her name in the second one, bro? Oh my god, she's
The
annoying.
uh oh yeah, the girl in Temple of Doom.
Yeah, she's so annoying.
Yeah.
And like I will say let me Willie, yeah,
Willie
Willie and
Scott. Yeah,
her in Short Round are a little like a little much in the second one, but I still think I still have a lot of fun with that.
yeah,
And like even like I remember watching this as a kid, the scene the dude just rips his heart out of
yeah. It
his
was.
chest without it's
Yeah,
just insane to watch.
it's icky.
But
But Short
yeah.
Round's great in that movie. Marion Raven was the best love interest. I kind of don't know if I like that they just kind of got rid of her and go to a different one in each movie. I think she would have been nice in all of them, but it does build up for the sequel movies.
Yeah,
So
I feel like with that they were trying to build to like a I don't want to say like a bond thing with like a different love interest in every movie, but I think that's kind of what they were going
aiming
for there.
for yeah,
I do I just hate how at the end I think and I'm not even talking about it. I think 4 would have been a great conclusion and then him and Marion like end up getting married and that's that. And then in the beginning of Dial of Destiny they're divorced and like he's just a bum again and then they end up getting back. It's
I
just
like
say just
4
keep them together. I don't hate 4. I understand why some people like don't love it, but I think 4 is better than Dial of Destiny.
way better. I think 4 is closer to Raiders than it is Dial.
I have to rewatch 4 to like fully
4 is I
agree
think
with
4 is
that.
good. 4 is good. I like
But
4.
also like by the time Dial of Destiny came out, he's in his 80s, right? He's like how old is
Yeah,
he?
I tell you what, in Dial, I like the first 40 minutes or so of the CGI throwback stuff to the Nazis
Yeah.
on the train. I think that's really they could have did a whole movie of that. I think it would have been great, and it looked good. Um, but yeah, him in his 80s, like
I would
evading
just
and
be fine with
stuff.
seeing a young Indiana Jones movie and I know I just said he's perfect for it even if it's not Harrison Ford cuz a whole movie of him CGI'd on would probably not one would
Yeah, I
cost
don't
a ton
know
of
who would.
money.
I don't know who you cast. I've seen people say Glenn Powell. I don't think that would
I mean,
be
like
great.
fits the look, but
I feel like we just
I
talked
don't
about
know.
this and had some good names, and I'm blanking on who we had.
I think well, we talked about I don't know if we so much talked about um
Like we talked about
Indy,
this
but I
like
know we talked
in
about
our
like a
chat.
Dr. Grant type character. And we talked
We
about
did.
Jacob Elordi or someone being like a good pick for that.
Yeah, we did talk about that. A lead in a new Jurassic
I
Park
just think at
movie.
the time, by the time you get to Dial of Destiny, he's so old. It's a little less believable that he's pulling all these stunts and eating these punches. I know it's a
Yeah,
action movie, but still. And the niece or like the friend's daughter, oh
she's
my god,
annoying.
she's
She's
like the worst
annoying.
character. She's worse than Willie in
Yeah,
my opinion.
and
But
also like I know it's like Indiana Jones and there is supernatural stuff, but the going back to the Roman Empire thing was a little bit much for me in
yeah, I think
Dial.
that like that's a little too much stretching the
Yeah,
rules of the universe, so to speak.
yeah, that was
So,
it was Marvel level stuff. I didn't really care for it, but it is what it is. I think you're at
um,
4 now.
I'm at 3, my top 3. So at 3, even though this trilogy, I feel like I've been more down on it lately. It's still one of my favorites, the Dark Knight trilogy. It's still so good. I think it's the best comic book trilogy made so far. Batman's obviously my favorite superhero, so I'm biased there. And while I have my gripes with the trilogy, I just think Christian Bale's great. I think you have Heath Ledger's obviously fantastic in the second one.
Yeah,
And I think even though Rises isn't great, I still think Tom Hardy's Bane is awesome.
yeah,
And
he's
it makes
good.
sense. He makes perfect sense for that universe in terms of Nolan wasn't going to put this juiced, venomed up, jacked Bane that's like 7 foot tall in
And
it. He put
yeah,
and Tom Hardy. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's jacked in this movie too, but it's not. It's just kind of like a normal
human jacked.
bodybuilder esque guy,
It's not like the
and I
Arkham
think
games.
yeah. Oh my god,
Yeah, you
no,
can't. You can't.
completely.
Yeah, yeah,
But um, I just think it's great. Obviously, The Dark Knight is one of the best comic book movies ever. I think the casting throughout the worst casting in my opinion is moving the Maggie Gyllenhaal for Rachel. Oh my god,
yes, yeah. She's
terrible.
bad in that movie.
But I
Anne
like.
Hathaway's great.
Oh well, yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
duh.
But um, I love Gary Oldman as Gordon. I think he's great. I think
Yeah,
I
best
really love.
Alfred.
Yeah, Michael Caine's easily the
Be-
best Alfred by far. I
best
think
Alfred.
if you get more, I do think that Andy Serkis could be cool and maybe get up to that level, but no one beats Michael Caine right now.
Yeah.
And then Aaron Eckhart as Harvey Dent.
Oh,
And
he's
I
so
know
good as Harvey Dent.
I do think so. I can't wait to see Sebastian Stan as Harvey Dent, even
Yeah.
if he's not Two Face until maybe the next movie or like the final 20 minutes.
Those are both really good castings. Sebastian Stan and Aaron Eckhart.
Yeah,
They're like the right level of handsome to be that role.
dude,
Like
I
they
also
just
love
work.
the design, like
Yeah.
even like because like
The CGI of the face and shit. You saying?
yeah, like I just think it's and the way he gets to that point, like the Tommy Lee Jones one is a little too. It gets a little goofy for
Mm-hmm.
me. I don't know if you ever seen the picture of
I
his
have.
design. I know that's kind of what Two Face looks like in the comics and some of the cartoons, but it just fits
The
perfectly for this universe to
Dark Knight
have.
one like freaked me out. Like first time seeing as kid and stuff too. Like
Yeah, somehow he
yeah,
didn't know that Joker was under the
yeah.
doctor's arm.
That's so funny. That scene.
Um, but for my number two, I have the Back to the Future trilogy. This is one of my favorite franchises ever. I really hope this movie never gets remade. I know it's going to at some point. I think Michael J. Fox as Marty and Christopher Lloyd as Doc Brown is might be like the best duo cast, one of the best duo castings ever.
Okay.
I would argue it's the best. Even though some people don't really like 2 and 3, I still have a lot of fun with them. I think I like how each one is. It's kind of the same, but they're also different. Like it's the same premise, but in the second one, when he goes back to prevent Biff from I'm blanking on it right now. I'm pretty sure he like marries his mom or something like that. And then the third one is just kind of a spaghetti western
Okay.
type look, and
Yeah.
it's focused on Doc Brown. I just think the trilogy is so good. The first one is one of the best movies ever made, in my opinion. I really hope I can one day see it in theaters. I haven't
I'm
been
sure
able
it'll
to
be.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's coming up soon, but that's my number two. And I mean, I can you assume what my number one is?
Yeah. I'm shocked. Go with this, and then I'll say what I have to say.
Number one, easy pick, Star Wars OG trilogy. What do you? Go ahead, say what you got to say real quick.
No, no, no. I'm like, yep, that's obvious.
Oh, okay. Um, like we both kind of have opinions on 6, but it's still a good movie. I think it's the most influential, arguably the most influential trilogy ever. It changed movies forever, like you said, changed the sci-fi genre forever. And I mean, this is just like my childhood growing up and kind of made me fall in love with the Star Wars universe, but also just kind of branching out to even like the comic book, movies, stuff like that, and
Hmm.
just sci-fi in general.
Yeah.
This is the blueprint for a lot of movies, for a lot of trilogies, combine universes, and it sucks that all these years later, I mean, in my opinion at least, but I think you would agree to an extent, the other two trilogies have just not been able to even get to the levels of the OG trilogy. So, and I mean, you have probably the best villain of all time in Darth Vader.
Yeah. He's the best
So,
villain ever. Yeah. I agree. I think he's the best villain. I think him and
so
Joker are the top two, and I think he's the best in movie history, and then Joker's the best in
yeah, I mean, you can
comic
say Joker is
media.
just the best in media, maybe,
Yeah.
but
Do you hear that clicking too, or is that just me? Like a dinging, or is that just me? All right, I hear a dinging on
um,
my end. I hope it's not coming up on the recording, but that's fine. All right, go ahead with the Vader
I just
thing.
think that Vader is, like I said, the best villain ever. You have some of the best scenes, and I mean, unfortunately, not that it makes me not like this trilogy even more, but Vader's turn back to the light side at the end is kind of ruined by Disney and the sequels a little bit, but it makes the prequels better when you like if you can watch them fully. Obviously, in terms of setting up Vader and bringing balance to the Force, but it's just so good. So many memorable characters and scenes. I mean, the Wilhelm scream is in every like it's
Every
almost in
movie.
every movie ever since it.
Yeah, and I don't think it didn't originate in Star Wars, but I think that's what.
I thought it did.
No, I think it's. I think it's. Let me see. Let me fact check that. But I think I've seen it in movies older than Star Wars. Um, but yeah, I just think it's the best. Yeah, it says no, it did not. It was first recorded in 1951 for Distant Drums. Star Wars sound designer Ben Burt popularized it, using it in every original trilogy movie, turning it into Hollywood's famous joke. Yeah,
Dude, and even like the side villains in this have such limited screen time. I mean, Boba Fett was one of my favorite characters and villains, and this is way before Mando, Book of Boba Fett, and he has what, like 5 minutes of total, like 10 minutes total screen time, and like five
yeah.
lines in Empire and Revenge, Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm. I
So,
was just talking earlier with a buddy, and like some people are mad about the going back and CGIing stuff and like redoing voices. Like they put Tamara Morrison's voice over the original actor for Boba's in that trilogy. It's like for continuity stuff. Some of it's good. I think some of it's bad. I don't mind the Tamara Morrison. I don't mind like putting CGI like of all the planets after the Empire like destroyed. It's like I don't mind that stuff. There is some stuff that's probably isn't great, like the Greedo thing or
yeah, I mean, I actually didn't know they added, like, dubbed over his lines. That's not the end of the world. I think that is worse than, like, I don't know. I mean, I think this is also biased because, the prequels, but I much prefer the Hayden Christensen Force Ghost at the end.
yeah, 100%.
And, like, I
I know
understand,
people are tricky with it because it's like he turns back, so he should be like older Anakin, but it makes sense for it to be Hayden,
yeah, I mean, especially after the prequels. And I mean, some people might watch it
especially
and be
like
like, who the hell is this guy? It's kind of
yeah,
funny that that guy's been, like, replaced twice.
yeah, and especially because
But
like in the Ahsoka show they have Force Ghost Anakin, and so like if you want to use Hayden, now you have that continuity, so it makes sense. It works.
But I mean, I am glad they didn't put Ewan, because I don't. I think you have to keep. Um, why am I?
No, I mean he died as Alec Guinness. Yeah, you have to put.
I know. I'm just saying, like, you
Yeah,
can't.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
But yeah, that's my list. Do you have any
I'm.
standouts or?
I guess you just can't break up these movies into three, three, three. But I was expecting somehow Harry Potter to land on it, but I guess it's just a 1 through 9 continuation.
Yeah, I can't. I wouldn't have. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Besides that, I don't. I knew Back to the Future was going to be up there. I thought you might have had the prequels just like 9 or 10, but it makes sense that
I've
you
just,
didn't.
like, I've rewatched them recently too, and it's just like, as I've gotten older, I just haven't loved them as much as I did as a kid.
It makes sense.
I mean, they still have, like, a special place for me in terms of cinema. I just, a lot of the stuff that I probably enjoyed as a kid, I don't enjoy as much now.
Yeah,
But just some of these trilogies on here, I'd much rather just rewatch them. Like, I'd rather watch Cap than them. I'd rather watch
that's fair. I would
Toby.
too.
So, but
Yeah.
yeah, um,
I
we
don't
have
have any
less
other
in common
gripes.
than I thought we would. But I think it's
Same.
mostly this. I think a lot of it's the same too. But
Yeah, I mean we had some stuff in different places, but um,
I knew we'd have
some
the
stuff
same
different.
number one.
Yes, yeah, I knew that too. I
Like,
was
there's
close
no
to
way
putting
it was
Cap
gonna be one.
one, but I didn't. I put Star Wars one. I had to put Star Wars one. So
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, you had to. If
yeah,
you put Cap one, like, that would have been insane. I know, like, you love Cap and it's more recent, but Star Wars is like your whole thing, bro.
yeah, yeah. So I had to leave Star Wars at one. I'm telling you,
But
I put prequels at one when I made the list at first, and I was like, no, 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 change it.
yeah, that I'm sorry, that would have been absolutely
Yeah, that
brutal.
would have been
So,
crazy.
but I think we're
But
good there.
I'm good.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. It was a lot of fun putting this list together. Not gonna lie, I had
Yes.
to, some of these movies I kind of forgot not existed, but were even trilogies. So I kind of had, it was nice to look back on that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah.